What's going on, guys? NoSlack Novak back with our NoSlack Racing Motorsport Manager Let's Play series. Now, if you guys have been watching the season, you know that we've been doing absolutely awesome. NoSlack Racing is in first place, and it's not even really close. We've got a nice 46-point lead on Kruger Motorsport. You can see right here in the team standings. We've actually won 5 races. We've done 7. We've done 7 races this season, and we've won 5 of them, which is absolutely awesome. I want to say Laura has won 4, and Jamie won, not the last one, but the one before that. We've got 250 points, doing awesome there. And we can see here, too, Laura is at the top of the driver standings, and Jamie's actually number 2. So, yeah, NoSlack Racing is definitely doing excellent. And I just realized that both of our drivers are British. So, cool. Let's move on. We're going to check out the calendar real quick. We can see here, yep, there's 4 races. We've got Tondela coming up here in 10 days, and then we've got Milan, Black Sea, and then Beijing to finish out the season. So, you know, we'll probably finish out the season here in the next week or 2 on the channel, and then we'll kind of see what happens from there, because it looks like we are going to advance to the Asia Pacific Super Cup. So, yeah, we're definitely going to see what's going on there. Now, we do only have 3.1 million, so I think we're going to hold off on building any new parts, but with us holding off on building the new parts, we have the opportunity to really focus on just improving the performance of the parts that we already do have. Because we see here, we've got these brakes over here. They still have a nice like 65 points that they can actually increase on. These brakes over here can increase a little bit more as well. It's pretty much the same thing for all like the major parts that we actually have. Like none of the parts that we have are really at 100% yet. Not even for the reliability, but you know what, it's getting there. And I really do want to focus more on the actual improvement of the performance rather than on the reliability, because the reliability typically is already in the 90s for pretty much everything except for this gearbox that we just, I think this is the last part that we designed, and that's only at 77%. But that is going to be at 100 here 3 hours before the upcoming race. So yeah, that's our primary focus for the rest of the season, is just increasing the performance for these last 4 races. Now, somebody in the comments did say that once we moved over to the Asia Pacific Super Cup, that all of our parts are going to start over. Like, we're going to lose all of our parts, which makes sense, right? Because you're switching to a different league, different car, different chassis, all that stuff. So that makes sense, 100%. Okay, what do we have here? Yep. Just a reminder that we're currently in first place. This is currently bang on your original target of first. Good. Reports on the upcoming race. It's going to be 25 laps, and there's a 10% chance of rain. Cool. What's this? I've got to tell you, it's so great to be driving a car which only sips the fuel. Good, I'm glad. I'm glad you like it. Good. Let's go ahead and advance. We've got 3 days until the race. We're going to do our practice session, then we're going to actually do the race, and then, yeah, we'll see. Hopefully NoSlack Racing keeps performing, you know, top-notch. Alright, here we go. Traveling to Tondela. What's going on here? Pre-race preview, reliability work. Oh, nice. Hold on. The reliability work is done. So we've got nothing over here in reliability, but we don't want that. We do want to put, these are our 2 best engines. Let's go ahead and put those over there. And then we're also going to put, sorry, those are our 2 best brakes. We're also going to put in our best engine that you know, that needs a remainder, that still has some reliability work that needs to be done. And let's see, we could do one more part, so we should probably do that gearbox. And then, you know what, I think we're just going to maybe bump this up just a tiny little bit. 27 days. I mean, no, you know what? I think we're going to keep it. We're going to keep it at 0. We're really going to focus on just the performance. So we lost our sponsor. The one that said, like, 2nd place or better. We lost that sponsor. But with the way things are going, we're going to go with Ishikawa over here. And we're going to hopefully get that 1.2 million for finishing in first. Now, let's make sure all the parts are fitted properly. I don't think we've gotten any new parts, which, you know what, as soon as I say that, I see that the brakes are over here a little bit different. So I think Laura is going to stick with the brakes here because those are currently the best. Then we're going to go ahead and give Jamie those because they are better than the ones he was using, and the reliability is the same. So we're going to go with that. The engine, we are right where we want to be. Laura's got the best one. Both of them are pretty solid, as a matter of fact. And then the gearbox, we can give Laura the better gearbox. That's at 100%, and it's also the best gearbox we have. And then we can actually improve Jamie's gearbox as well. That's going to be excellent. And then the spec parts are the spec parts. That's that. Now, if we go continue, and I want to come back over here to the car. Let's see here. Top speed, we're number 2 in top speed. That's a little disappointing. Acceleration, we're number 1. Beautiful. And deceleration, we're still pretty bad. We're 7th. We're above average, but we're 7th. So yeah, the brakes are definitely something we, you know what, hold on. The brakes are definitely something we need to improve on, but we've got the build telemetry center over here, which, but you know what, I think the telemetry center, that's for gearboxes, isn't it? It is. So you know what, I think maybe next year we'll work on the brakes facility. That's going to cost us $10 million, and it's going to take 15 weeks. But it seems like we definitely do need to improve on the brakes. Anyways, let's go ahead and go to the race. More specifically, the practice. And yeah, you know what? I'm going to do this off camera like I always do. I'm going to do the practice session, see where we finish out in terms of our overall time and all that good stuff, and the setups. And then I'll see you guys directly before the race. So Laura ended up finishing first in practice, and Jamie finished 4th. Not bad at all. We did get some pretty good knowledge as well. You know what, let me double check the weather. Weather is going to look like it's going to be fine. Pretty toasty, 75 Fahrenheit, and then it's going to get even a little bit warmer. No rain in the forecast. So yeah, we're definitely going to go with the race trim and the soft tires there. I think we're going to go do that for both. Race trim, soft tires, removes the red zone from car condition. That's excellent, but that's only really good for the first portion of the season. Anyways. So we're going to do that. Car setup is, I mean, it could be a little bit better. I tried a different kind of setup there on the, on like the second half of the race, but it wasn't really all that good. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this setup over here, come back to that. We do want to use the soft tires. It is 25 laps, and these are going to last 9 to 11. These here would go 13 to 15. We might use those over the course of the second half of the race. Let's see, 13 to 15. If we did that, 13 and then 9, that's 22. That'd be kind of cutting it close. We're going to go with the softs. And then the 25 laps with the fuel. So we're going to go with that. Then let's see, what can we do here? Yeah, you know what, we did even worse on the little setup over here for Jamie too. So we're just going to use the first setup that we had saved from the last year that we raced here. Tire choice, we're going to go with the softs for him as well. And let's go ahead and get started. We're going to do straight out the gate, like a rocket. And our weight stripping is fine there too. Let's go ahead and start the race. Now, of course, we're going to be starting last and second to last, since that's where our team is currently at in the standings. We can see that. Laura 20th, Jamie 19th, and then hopefully they'll be able to move up here relatively quickly. Now, it is important that we kind of maintain our positioning in first place as NoSlack Racing. And we could see Laura already doing a little bit of moving and grooving right there. We are competing still with Kruger and Zampelli. Granted, we do have the 46-point lead. However, we want to maintain that lead. We don't want to give up any of those points. Because there's still 4 races to go, including this one, you know? So, I mean, even though we do have the nice cushion, there's a chance, there's a decent chance, especially if one of our drivers were to have like an accident and maybe crashed or something, there's a decent chance that we could actually lose our first place positioning. So we want to make sure that Yusuchev and Santore, as well as Kawasaki and Batista, don't kind of pull a fast one on us and kind of, you know, put us in a bad spot here. Let's go ahead and speed it up just a little bit. Laura moved herself all the way up to 9th now, which is excellent. Jamie's in 14th, so both of our drivers are doing pretty solid here for this first lap of the race. Laura's now in 6th, so that's really good. 5th now, good. Let's go ahead and lower this. We're going to go down to medium and medium for both drivers. Tires are getting a little toasty there too, so we want to make sure we babysit those. Jamie, wow, shot up all the way to 2nd place. Holy smokes. I kind of missed that one. Wow, so Jamie's in 2nd, Laura's in 8th. Solid. 6th now too, so both of our... You know what, I think our cars are just so much better than they have been in the years past. Improving that chassis really helps. Really helps. If we do move up to the Asia Pacific Super Cup, and I'm still thinking about maybe not necessarily starting completely over, but it would, in a way, be starting completely over. I want to continue with NoSlack Racing, but what we might do is we might start like a new game. We'll just start off in the Asia Pacific Super Cup with a created team called NoSlack Racing, and obviously we won't be able to have Laura or Jamie on the team if we did that. But I want to start it off with a new mod, not necessarily super new or anything like that, but the ice mod. Either the ice or fire, I still haven't decided, but it's supposed to be a mod that adds so much more depth to the game, to where like all the drivers are actual real drivers, real life drivers. The sponsorship system is so much different, to where instead of like 5, 6, 10 race sponsorship deals, you actually have like 3 season-long sponsorship deals. You sign with like Mercedes and like actual big companies. And again, instead of signing it for like a $1 million sign-on bonus, you get like a 10 million sign-on bonus. It's just a much more realistic sponsorship system. So I'm definitely intrigued, and I'm thinking I want to give that a shot. Now it's going to be kind of sad to see Laura and Jamie go, but I'm kind of leaning towards that. So let me know in the comments what you guys think in terms of moving on to the new series with a new mod kind of enabled that's going to make the game a little bit more interesting, hopefully. Now Jamie is still in second, but he is going to be battling over here for first with Rogers. And then Laura, for some reason, she's dropped down all the way to 9th, and I can see that their tires are pretty hot. Both of their tires are running very, very hot right now. Unfortunately, I think it's a little too late to make a change. So we are just probably going to have them pit relatively soon, and then we'll probably put them on mediums. Jamie's still in second. Looks like he's battling for position here, trying to catch up to first. And then Laura's still in 9th. And I thought we had and he just dropped down to 4th. That's not good. That's not good. You know what? Okay, where's Laura exactly? Okay, Laura just passed up pit lane. Jamie's looking a little rougher on his tires. He is in 3rd. What I think we're gonna do, you know what? Let's see. So this got us 8 laps. Essentially, this is gonna get us 8 laps. I think we have to switch over to the mediums for both drivers. Let's go ahead. We're going to pit Jamie. We're going to put him on the medium tires. Park conditions are looking fine. Pit strategy, we're going to do the fast pit stop. So Jamie's going to go in first. Let's go ahead and actually lower her to conserve her tires a little bit. Jamie's going to go in first. He's in 3rd place now, but we're going to give him those medium tires. There we go. Medium tires for you, please. 3.9 second pit stop. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Alright, he's running on medium for everything, fuel and tire. And then we're going to go ahead, we're going to have Laura come in here and pit. She's at 21% on her tires. We're also going to give her the mediums. Parts are looking fantastic. Fast pit stop for her as well. And hopefully she'll have a successful pit stop like Jamie did. Right around 4 seconds would be excellent. And with Jamie having the pit stop and still being in 8th, that's pretty solid. I'm more than happy with that. Now her pit stop was 4.1. Okay, not bad, not bad. She's going to come out in 11th. So right now we're 6th and 11th with plenty of race to go. Excuse me, had to sneeze there a little bit. Okay, so 6th and 11th. Jamie and Laura respectively. The top 4 drivers are all going to have to pit here pretty soon though. Speaking of, Yusuchev just went into pits. Santore, Jensen, and Batista, they're all going to have to pit as well. So it looks like the 4 drivers that we're kind of competing with, they're right there at the top. Santore's in 1st, Batista's 3rd, Yusuchev is 4th, and then Kawasaki's actually in 10th. So he's slacking off a little bit, but he's still ahead of Laura, who's in 11th right now. Let's see, tire temperatures are looking fine. We're good on fuel as well. With 15 laps to go, we're pretty good on fuel. Now Jamie looks like he is going to be doing a little bit of passing up here. He's in 6th, but he's right on the heels of the 4th and 5th place driver. Laura is now in 10th. She passed up Kawasaki. Excellent. Well, we could actually probably lower the tire temperatures a little bit. We'll conserve, and you know what? We're going to conserve over here too. Just because we want to keep those tires in like the perfect little, you know, medium zone right there. 5th place for Jamie, 7th for Laura. Excellent, excellent. Right around 13 laps to go. Most of the field is running on the mediums, which, first place Santore, he is in the pits right now changing those out. So he lost positioning there, which is excellent for us. Just allowed us to catch up a little bit more to him. Jamie's now in, oh, well, he was in 4th. He just fell down to 5th. Laura's still in 7th. We're actually running 6th and 7th now. Yusuchev and Santore are 1 and 4. Let's see here. Oh, Batista dropped big time. Batista's now 14th. Kawasaki's 13th. Batista's 14th. So, I mean, we're doing pretty well there. But we really are competing with Kruger, which Kruger right now is in 1st and 3rd. So they're doing better than us right now, which is unacceptable. Unacceptable. Tire temperatures are looking fine. We could actually probably increase those back up a little bit. Fuel, we're looking more than okay. Tires, Jamie's going to have to pit here in about 2 more laps. Now, that's actually going to work out pretty well for us because there's 11 laps remaining. So if we have him do 2, maybe 3 more laps, we'll be able to have him finish on the softs. We'll probably be able to do the same thing for Laura. So they're going to finish out on the tires that they're strongest in. 5th and 6th, both of our drivers are pretty much neck and neck, back to back, which is good. And it's going to be interesting to see too if Laura can, you know, possibly overtake her teammate, because Laura has been the better driver for the pretty much the entire season. And oh, look at that, they're right next to each other. Laura has been the better driver for pretty much the entire season, but Jamie does appear to be doing better as of late. Now, I don't know if that's because of a car part that he happened to get, or what exactly that you know, could be attributed to, but that's just the way it is. Now, 5th and 6th, still, Laura's in 5th, Jamie's in 6th. Again, the majority of the field is still running on medium tires, but I'm really thinking here that in the next lap or so, we're going to switch over to, oh, there's a yellow flag out. We are going to switch over to the softs. And we want to do that because we do have that 15% performance boost with that. Okay, so Jamie's at 32% on his tires, and we do have about 8 laps to go. I'm thinking we're going to switch him over to the softs. This is coming down pretty close to where we want to do this. You know what, let's do it. We're going to switch him over to the softs. Oh, those are only going to last 8 laps, and there's 7 laps remaining. So yeah, we're definitely going to switch him over. Parts are looking fine. Pit strategy, we're going to stick with the fast pit. And then let's see what this does for Jamie. Fast pit stop. Ah, they messed up on the tires. No, go, 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 go. That's ridiculous. 11-second penalty on the pit stop. That's horrible. That's going to cost us pretty big time. Alright, Laura's here at 34% on the mediums. We want to switch her over to the softs as well. Park condition looks fine for her. We're going to do the fast pit stop for her as well. Hopefully her team doesn't mess up on the pit with the tire change. Jamie fell down all the way to 14th, which is absolutely horrible. Now, Laura's team messed up on the pit too. She didn't have an 11-second penalty, but she did have a 7-second penalty. That's horrible. Absolutely horrible. Laura's in 8th, Jamie's in 12th, with about 6 laps remaining. We could bump both of them up to high engine mode. Let's go ahead and do that. Just kind of use up some of that fuel. 5 laps remaining. First place, Yusuchev might have to pit, and then Alo, who's in 4th. I was actually pitting right there. So we did move up a little bit. Laura's in 5th now, Jamie's in 10th. Still disappointing. Yusuchev is in 1st, Santori's in 2nd. Where's Batista? Batista fell down all the way to 9th. Kawasaki's in 7th now. And who are we looking for here? Zarate's in 3rd. But okay, Batista continues to drop down all the way to 12th. We're 5th and 9th now overall. Not horrible. Tire temperatures, I'm thinking we'll probably just keep them right where they are. I know they're in the red. They're getting a little too toasty. But with 3-4 laps to go, I think we'll be able to do just fine. Now, Laura's in 4th. Granted, oh wow, she is a full 50 seconds behind Santore. That is ridiculous. She is probably not going to be able to catch up. You know what? She's probably not even going to be able to catch up to 3rd place Zarate, who's 20 seconds ahead of her. Oh boy. And then Jamie's in 10th. He luckily is closer to the other drivers in the field. So he might have a chance on improving on his 10th place position right now. It's just that with Laura, I really don't think she's going to be able to catch up. Now she's got a 30 second. Man, Santore is just kicking butt. Santore and Yusuchev, they're both kind of battling. Now Santore is going to have to pit, I think. Maybe not. Maybe not. He'll probably be able to make it actually the remainder of the race with how he is. Now let's set them to overtake here for a second, because we do have excess fuel. Now that's going to get used up very, very, very soon. But we have it, so we might as well use it. Laura's in 4th, Jamie's in 7th. Oh, Jamie just dropped down all the way to 9th. That is not good. Come on, Jamie, catch him. Catch him. Laura's in 4th. Laura finished. Okay, Jamie, 9th. Come on, do some passing up here. Do some passing up. Oh, really? You couldn't pass up freaking Alo right there? You got a perfect opportunity. Plus, his car has a mechanical issue. Ah, that is disappointing. That is very, very, very disappointing. Alright, 4th and 9th overall. Santore was the winner of Kruger Motorsport, and Yusuchev was in 2nd also of Kruger Motorsport. So, of course, they are going to end up catching up to us a little bit more in the overall team standings. We had a nice 46-point cushion, and now it's probably going to be closer to 36. Ah, disappointing. Disappointing race. But you know what? I think that could be attributed to both of our pit crews had big, big, big mistakes with changing tires. Actually, let's go back here. So, yes, the European Racing Series, that's where we finished. Did anybody get penalized? No. 2 drivers crashed. Nobody really got penalized for anything. Drivers' Championship standings were still 1 and 2. However, if you look at that, Yusuchev is only 1 point behind Jamie now for 2nd overall. So we want to continue to hold off Yusuchev. And then, yeah, we now have a 38-point lead on Kruger Motorsport. So it is going down. It's definitely going to be an interesting last 3 races of the year. Hopefully, our pit crew can kind of get things together and stop messing things up for us. But you know what? Well, we'll see. We'll see. In the post-race team report, we see that the relationship between the mechanic and the driver actually went down for both. Laura and Ellen, they're only at 79%, which is pretty disheartening. I'm assuming that's because of the pit stop. It could also be because she finished in 4th and out of the podium. But that's an issue there. Jamie, his relationship went down as well. He finished in 9th, so that's totally understandable. Now, we were expected to finish 1st. We finished in 2nd. The marketability went down, so we're at 58%. Oh boy, and we lost $1.5 million. That is not good, because that leaves us with $1.5 million for the remainder of the season. And yeah, our chairman's not going to be too happy with us probably being in the red after this upcoming race. Now, again, we are not going to be building any more parts. Because that's going to cost us money, and that's money that we really don't have. Now, let's simulate a little bit. We're going to respond to this interview here. And that's another thing that's different in that mod, is that the interviews are actually done with like real sports networks. Anyways, Jean-Pierre Girard's agent's been telling reporters all over town that you're interested in signing his client up next season. Is this true? He's an interesting driver, and we may look into it one day. Not a chance. He's far below our standards. Absolutely. Who wouldn't want Jean-Pierre Girard on their team? But we do still have both of our drivers locked up for quite some time. So I'm going to say not a chance. Now, he will not sign with us. That did not give us any kind of a bonus with our marketability or anything like that. Well, a little bit disappointed with that. Let's see here. So the car, improved parts, how are we looking? All of these parts are going to be maxed out 7 days before the race. Now the race is a full 24 days away, so that's pretty good. I'm going to be very happy that those parts are going to be completely maxed out. What we could do too, I think we're going to leave this the way it is, and then we still have this other engine over here that we need to get maxed out. That's currently not getting worked on. But both of our brakes and one set of the gearbox is going to be completely maxed out. Now, yeah, you know what? We're just going to go with that. That's what we're going to do. And we're going to get to the next race in the next episode, guys. Thank you very much for watching Motorsport Manager. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the series. I think you guys are, because there's plenty of comments in the other videos asking, hey, where's Motorsport Manager? So here you go. Here's a Motorsport Manager video for you guys. Hopefully there'll be one up here in the next day or two. I'm going to go ahead and I'm actually going to work on recording that right now. Hopefully you guys watch it. If you do me a favor, hit the like button on that one as well. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It would be much appreciated. And I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you later. Bye.